Hello everyone, and welcome back here to a brand new video of Tuning Dutchy. Now make sure you subscribe to the channel and give this video a big like. Now, I have a lot of changes done currently to the Cadillac. Yes, it might be 2 days ago before I released my last video, but I still have some changes done. So this video today, where I'm going to talk about are the following things: the interior lights, fuel gauge, proportioning valve, brake dash light, the fuel line, brake line, anti-master brake cylinder, and also some other minor things. But actually, well, it starts looking very good. Now, one thing that actually is confusing me sometimes is definitely the electrical system. So the electrics of the car are in some cases or at some points really going mad. I don't know. Sometimes it's actually working perfectly, and sometimes it's, well, disturbed by something or just not working as it should be. I don't know. But anyways, so where we are gonna talk about firstly is definitely inside the engine bay, so the air cleaner strut, because that was also something where I was struggling a little bit around with. So yeah, that's something I got fixed as well. So what I mean with that, so every kind of American car, at least the old muscle cars like I have, they have an air cleaner on them. If it's basic or just another one, they always have a strut that keeps them in place. So we have a butterfly nut to tighten them down, and they will stay actually on there. Now, my problem was that my strut that was on the air cleaner, it was broken. So that means I have to make a new one. And the previous owner already, well, it was already broken in the past, as we have seen, and they welded it back together. Now, I mean, it does hold up a little bit, but probably not for the whole car lifetime, how it looks like right now. So I made the exact, well, sort of H-shape strut for the air cleaner, but with a different kind of tread size, which I was thinking, which in theory was at least, but in the practical it was not the case. It fits actually very good. So the only problem I had is what it was a little bit too large, so I had to shorten it. Now, I mean, this the previous week, I had much more time than normally, so I went back to the Cadillac and I shortened the air cleaner strut and, well, tightened it back down, put it 2 normal nuts above each other, and, well, guess what? It works actually perfect. Now the air cleaner is nice and tight again. Also the air cleaner plate, which goes on top, is also actually sealing good again, and that's very important, of course, so no false air is entering the system, because those old Cadillacs are not measuring air. The engine computer actually has a basic setting, and that's what it is expecting, and if there's entering more air in the system, it's actually air that's not going to get used. So, well, it's not going to happen that the system is going to put more fuel in the engine, what I would most likely like, of course. But that's not the case. So, more air is not, in my case, the best option. So luckily, I fixed that again. Now, what I mean with electrical systems and what I mean with they work a bit weird and not always perfect is really something I'm going to talk about today. And I don't know what's going on here exactly, but it's really frustrating me sometimes, because when there's a fault actually occurring, no engine fault or whatever, but a fault in the electrical system itself, I don't know where to touch on that moment. So, but I'm gonna talk about that anyway. Now, what I mean with this is, especially that I have recently, is the interior lights, so the dome lights and the lights that are in the doors. I don't know how you guys call them, but those are not functioning at all. Not with opening a door or closing a door, or not even when I press at the switch at the dome light itself. They are not working currently at all. Now, this is actually since I had the door latch, which I also going to talk about today. The door latch, I mean, I couldn't open the door from the outside. The problem was because it has also inside the door, it has a retainer clip, probably is lost. So I made it also fixable today with something that is inside that retainer gap. And well, currently that problem has also been fixed. For how long that's gonna stay is unknown. I mean, I smashed the door, well, a few times closed to see if the handle is well, falling off again. But no, it stays on, so that's good. And also that little plastic what I put it on the well, where the retainer clip should go. I put that little bit plastic inside there, and it stays on place itself. So that's very good. So, which gives me actually a little bit more trust back. But before it was falling off in the past, the interior lights functioned. Now I got all back together, and the latch is working again, of course, because I mean doesn't look very nice when I grab from the outside through the window and opening the door from the inside. So that doesn't look very nice. Looks actually like I'm stealing cars, but that's not the case, of course. So, in short words, previously when I actually, as example, when I had just had the car, the interior lights functioned, the door latch functioned, whatever. A little time later, door latch didn't function, interior lights didn't function as well. But I got the door latch back again, and it functions again, but now the interior lights are not functioning anyway. So that's a little bit struggling around. I don't know if this is going to be a blown fuse or a switch problem. That's something I have to dig into, which is going to be tomorrow, together with a horn, because I don't have a horn that works as well. The other electrical issue that I got with the car is the fuel gauge. Now, I mean, the gauge does only works on a positive, on a negative, and a signal. The signal comes straight from the fuel pump, of course, and that's it. So I don't know what's going wrong there, but sometimes my fuel gauge is way above full, and sometimes it's working correctly, like right now. I mean, it's spontaneously fixed. So I don't know what's going on exactly. I think there are some other cables in the harness itself that are loose, broken, or corroded. I don't know. That's actually a very giant question for me. I did not investigate it, of course, because I have other troubles, and maybe they are also part of the problem. So I don't know if that's causing it. So that's why I left this problem still be. It's not holding me up for starting the car, moving the car, or whatever. I mean, everything is working like I expected it should do. Now, the things that also have been fixed in the past, my power windows didn't function as well. So my Cadillac has a Seville Elegante, and the Elegante comes with all its luxuries. Power windows, power seats as well. Heated mirrors, mirrors that you can actually move from the inside to the outside. Whatever you can think. Air conditioning as well. I mean, actually everything. Though a lot of things the Chevrolet Matisse didn't have. So I'm very pleased that this car has it. But the power windows didn't function in the past. So today, well, what you can call today for 153 in the night, but anyways, I make it fixed again. And the reason why behind that is not just because I had an electrical problem, I think partially, but the thing what I really did is just playing around with the four switches: left front, right front, left rear, right rear, and just putting some WD-40 inside the rubber so everything can get lubricated again, and that still did it. Also, I had one time I had a passenger because I test driven the Cadillac as well. So I asked someone, you want to go with me for a short ride? And he said, yeah, of course. So he was expecting probably that the power window was working on the passenger side, but I didn't test that out. So he just put the window down, and well, that was already an answer for me. However, I didn't know that, so it was working. That was very nice because I don't have people that looking weird, and also I don't have any questions. So those questions what I had already answered because he was just putting the window down. So that's quite funny somehow. Not tested out, but he tested it out before even asking me whatever. Well, I think he needs fresh air or something like that. Anyways, doesn't matter. Speaking about the air conditioning, and also about the airflow that's actually entering inside the cabin. So, the air conditioning, I don't know what's going on about there. I mean, the clutch, of course, does work. That's what I definitely have seen. But I think personally, because the car stands such a long time, that the air conditioning tank or whatever lines, I don't know, I think it's personally empty. I didn't try to blend it. I didn't because I don't want to see actually if it's empty. I mean, I leave it be like it is right now. Sorry. And if I really want to use the air conditioning, then I definitely go to a Cadillac dealer, and they might fill it up for me if there are no any leaks. So that's what I want to ask them first. Can you test if my air conditioning lines and all the systems that belongs to it have leaks in them? If so, don't fill them up. If not, you can fill them up, because I mean, why should I put some AC fluid in there or AC gas if everything is leaking as heck? So now, I mean, I'm not gonna spend too much money in things that are not working. At least not now. Of course, the Cadillac is gonna be working with everything, also the AC, but not at this moment because that's not my priority. So the power windows does do function again, but we had one big issue if we speak about the interior and about the doors. No, I don't mean the water inside the car, guys. Yes, I do know that water is entering inside the car through the windows, but that's not what I meant with this. So the right rear door was at the very beginning from the car. It was leaking. Leaking. What the heck am I talking about? It was not closing at all. So I had to play around with that latch, so with the door latch a bit, so it came loose after 4 years. Now that made it already close up, but the door didn't lock. So I mean, it was already a little progress. But today I made a giant progress, and I did actually on all 4 doors. So what I did today is actually like other power windows, and on my own door with the door latch, just actually the same thing, but a little bit different at the right rear door. What I did is actually I pulled a little bit of the door material off. I was looking inside it, and luckily I could very good see what's going on exactly when I pushed in the button to open up the door. And I mean, the button wasn't already going out a lot. I mean, it was only going about for this big, and it has to go out like that because the latch is, well, pretty giant. Also, so what I have done here is looked inside, pressed it several times, didn't work out as well. Now, okay, fine. So what I did is lubricated it again with WD-40 and put my hand in there and going forward, backwards, forward, backwards, and all that several times. Also, WD-40 I put it in the button itself, so it can go everywhere it should go while moving it. So that fixed it. So everything is lubricated. Luckily, the springs are not damaged by not a single door. So that's something I'm really happy with, because that could happen as well. And well, hey, I mean, getting a door apart is not something I really want to do right now. So I'm very lucky and very pleased that fixed the job. The door is closing again like it should be, and also very softly closing as well. Very nice. And the door is also locking again, so I can close it up. So no one can enter in the car currently. Now the only thing I have done right now, and that's on the passenger side is I left the passenger side window a bit open, so if I walk into the trouble that my own driver's side door latch still is gonna fall down, which happened of course in the past, that I still can open a door, but on a different way. So opening the passenger side door and crawling to the driver's side. But that's just an emergency, so that I'm not stuck, that I don't have to break a window. That's not what I want. I mean, there are still people are still useless because the battery is up here in my living room, kitchen. So if they want to get the car away, good luck. The car weighs above 2,000 kilograms. So yeah, I wish you a lot of luck. You can't move the car anyway. That's actually not the only thing that I've done, guys. I mean, I have done in the meantime several kind of things, and some things actually I also did not explain in the video actually before, which was the brake line broken, proportioning valve issues. But that's something I'm going into that very soon. Also, if we speak about the proportioning valve, yes guys, I did reset it, and the dash light was going off after plugging in back the dash brake light switch inside the proportioning valve. But I don't know if the proportioning valve has to get fluid inside already in order to not letting it move. So I don't know. Might be, might not be. I'm not sure. I'm very much unfamiliar with these kind of systems. I mean, I will get familiar with it. Don't worry about that. Now, I mean, yes, I did 5 up to 6 years, a lot of practical experience on YouTube, everywhere on the net. All right, so that makes me already doing a lot of stuff without touching. So that makes it actually very, very easy for me. But proportioning valves and all that, I don't know. So it might be a very good thing that if I'm going to take off the switch tomorrow, that the proportioning valve is, well, back to where it was already. Which means I still have to reset it. Now I know how it goes, so I don't have to take it off again. So that means just pushing something in and it will be, I hope, fixed again. But I'm not sure, of course. That's something I have to see. If it's silver, then I know that I have to reset it. If it's gold, which it should be, which normally the complete valve should look like, then I know that the reset is okay. But then there is another problem, electrical probably. Yep, could be the most likely the issue. Also, what I really like to tell you guys in the meantime is that what also is very, very good is that the transmission is working like a champ. It's amazing. It's really amazing. I have never ever seen a transmission working like this extreme. Standing outside for 3-4 years, and it's an automatic transmission. Sorry if it's going to get a little bit dark, guys. Excuse me. Now, the automatic transmission is working so goddamn good. It's unbelievable. I never expected that it would also shift without issues. No hesitations, nothing. The thing what I want to tell you guys, I mean, yes, of course, I floored the Cadillac sometimes just to push a bit more stress on the transmission itself. And why I have done that? 2 reasons. 1, V8 sound, I like it. Of course, I have to be fair. I'm not gonna lie. And reason number 2 is if the transmission, of course, has some stress on it, the reverse gear is going to work much better, which was definitely the case. The reverse gear didn't want to work as good as I actually expected to be, because I have to shift sometimes to park, neutral, reverse, park, neutral, reverse, park, neutral, reverse, before it actually is going to work in reverse. Now, after putting 2 times a bit more stress on the car itself by driving around in a drive and in the low gear, because I have driven both, and in the low gear you definitely feel the torque of the car. But in the low gear I did that, and I can tell you guys, after putting a little bit more stress on it, I know I might get critic from you guys, and I will appreciate your feedback. But hey, sometimes putting your car under some load or stress, It's not always going to be the problem, because this has caused our solution, while the reverse is working much better right now. It actually responds in the first time instead of multiple times. Now the only thing that I still have to do, guys, is fixing the fuel line, and in this case the return line. I'm not going to bring the car for the simple fuel line fix, maybe, I don't know. I'm not going to bring the car to the garage, which I decided today. I hope that my dad is coming over here to help me out a bit. I hope that. Then I can actually skip this expensive part. If that's gonna work out, and I replace the fuel line with a hose or something like that, or a fuel line union, that will make my job way easier. Would be nice actually, but I have to find it out. So that's actually what I got so far for you guys. Now the only things that have to be done right now is the fuel line that's actually in the area of the fuel tank, not exactly at the fuel tank, but in the area, has to be fixed, or at least repaired. And the other thing that has to be done is, of course, the braking system. If those two are fixed, then I actually can skip the expensive part that I was planning to, so the garage repair, that they will do that for me. But as soon as these things are done, guys, then we are actually ready to go to the RDW. Now, that are for the special test to see if the car is correct and all that. I have to fix the fuel line. If I do not, I will not pass the test, because it's a danger for the environment and for everyone. Alright guys, so this was Tuning Dutchy. I hope you guys liked the video. Yes, it was long. Yes, we made a lot of things, but hey, we fixed a lot as well. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you leave a big like. And hey guys, I catch up with you guys the next time. Thanks for tuning in, and keep tuning, keep racing. I see you guys the next time. Thanks for watching.